Hey everyone, this is Rob Rienow with Visionary Family Ministries. I wanted to share with you something that the Lord has been teaching our family as we've been going through this whole crazy quarantine thing. And that is that a lot of these changes, a lot of the impact that's happened in our families is hitting our older kids harder than I expected. We've got two in college. Our W is a graduating senior and Lissy's a junior. We've got two in high school. JD is a graduating senior and Lainey is a sophomore. And something that I just didn't see coming is that a lot of these changes, a lot of these losses are impacting our older kids in ways that our younger kids are a little bit more oblivious to. I mean, for our 6-year-old Rush, for him, it's kind of like everybody's home all the time. This is great. But for our older ones, there's some real loss. There's losses of their friends being with them right now. There's losses of events at school. There's losses of spring sports, particularly for our seniors. And there's also just a massive amount of change for our college students having to move back home. Not that they don't like home, but they weren't expecting that. They were looking forward to the end of these important years in their lives and all the things that had built up for that. And so what we're seeing is that I'm seeing my older kids dealing with grief and dealing with loss and being discouraged and being down. And as I look at what they're facing, it just makes a lot of sense to me. I can totally see why they would feel that way. And so I just wanted to share with you, if you've got those high school kids, if you've got those young adults in college, just don't be surprised if they're down. Don't be surprised if they're discouraged. Don't be surprised if they're a little bit mopey. For me, sometimes, I don't parent very well through that. It's like, hey, come on, snap out of it. We need to have a good attitude around here. But I think what God is really showing me that this is a time for me as a parent and a time for all of us as families. We just have got to have extra measure of grace, an extra measure of understanding, and an extra measure really of going the extra mile to show some empathy for those older sons and daughters of ours who may be taking this very hard. And it's a time for us to come alongside them, let them know that we understand, let them know that they're not crazy. Something helpful to say to your son or daughter is, hey, you know what, if I were in your situation, I'd probably feel the same way, rather than trying to kind of hurry them up to get out of it and get on with it and focus on what you have to do, that there is a lot of loss with this, and that's okay. And that's part of why God has us together as families to help each other through it.